Hello, Algebra students. This is section 3-4B, Arithmetic Sequences. Please see the whiteboard for your objectives for today and write your name on your paper, the date, and the period. An explicit formula expresses the nth term of a sequence in terms of n. So if you have an arithmetic sequence, or another kind of sequence, and you want to figure out maybe the 100th term, it would take a lot of effort to just keep adding 10, add 10, add 10, add 10 until you get to the 100th term. That would be a lot of working that problem out by hand, and so we use the explicit formula. And the explicit formula for specifically an arithmetic sequence, that's when we're adding or subtracting something each time, is a sub n equals a sub 1, which is the first term in the sequence, plus n, which is the nth term, minus 1, parentheses, d, which is the difference, or the common difference. Example 3, which, because this is continuing from our other examples in 3-4. The cost of renting a bicycle is given in the table. How can you represent the rental cost using an explicit formula? Well, what we need to know is the first term, and the first term is 26. And we also need to know the common difference. So what is happening when we go from 26 to 38, from 38 to 50, 50 to 62? What's happening? Are we increasing? Are we decreasing? Yeah, we're increasing, so what are we adding each time? 12. Okay, so that is our common difference. Now I'm going to rewrite the explicit formula for the arithmetic sequence, which is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. And I'm just going to write it so you get into the habit of knowing this formula, either by heart or within your notes so that you can use the formula. All right. So a sub n equals, and a sub n just means any term in the sequence. A sub 1 we found was 26 plus n minus 1, and d we're going to substitute in with 12. That's our common difference. Now we're just going to simplify this. So we could leave the formula as is, and that would be perfectly fine. And you could even substitute in any number for n with the formula as it is. Like if you did 100, 100 minus 1 is 99, 99 times 12, and then add 26, and you could figure out the nth term. But I want to show you what else it could be. We could distribute the 12, and that would give us 12n minus 12 plus 26, and that is equal to a sub n. And we can continue to simplify this because the 26 and the minus 12 are like terms. Since 26 is positive and 12 is negative, we will subtract, different signs, subtract. So 26 minus 12, that's 14, plus 12n, that is equal to a sub n. So like I said, this first way that we got could be the answer, or you could simplify the answer to get this one. And from For the rest of these problems, I will simplify it to this final answer for the arithmetic sequence. What does this mean and how can we use it? So part B is saying, what is the cost of renting a bicycle for 10 days? Well, 10 days is important, and n is the number of days. So we are using the formula that they gave us, which is the same one that we just figured out, gives the rental cost for n days. What we will do is we will substitute in 10 for the 10th term, and then we'll just copy the formula, 14 plus 12, and in the n we substitute in 10 again, right? These 10s are the same 10s. Okay, that it means the 10th term, and then we substitute it in for n. And we just need to do order of operations, so 12 times 10 is 120, and 120 plus 14 is 134. So to rent a bicycle for 10 days, it would cost $134. How is the explicit formula of an arithmetic sequence related to a linear function? So the explicit formula of an arithmetic sequence is related to a linear function because let's look at a sub n equals 14 plus 12n. We could rewrite that as 12n plus 14, and when we rewrite it like that, it really looks like y equals mx plus b because we have a sub n. I could rewrite it as y equals 12x plus 14. And now we have a slope and we have a y-intercept. And we can graph that over here on our graph as a linear function. So if I need 14 as my y-intercept, then I should probably count by maybe 20s because I'm going up 12 each time. So I'm going to put 0 here. I'm going to skip a line and put 20. And then I'm going to skip a line and put 40, skip a line 60, skip a line 80, skip a line 90, skip a line 100. Okay, that's for our y values, which end up being the cost. And the x values, I'm going to count by 2s by skipping a line. So skip a line 2, skip a line 4, 6, 8, 10. And then I'm going to graph, and we can graph from the table also. So I'm going to scroll back out, and I'm looking at the table that we had way up at the beginning, right here. This table has a domain and a range. Sorry if you can hear the neighbors. It's fall break, so they're outside playing even though it's late tonight. Let's see. So where would 126 be? 126 be somewhere in the middle right here. And the y-intercept we knew was 14, right? So we could put that right here. After 10, before 20. It looks like these moved on me. Just a second. So 0, 14 would be about here. 1, 26 would be, so this line up here is 30, so it's going to be below that right here. And 2, 38, that's going to be before we get to 40. Let me zoom in. And then we have in our table 3 comma 50. So 3 is right here between 2 and 4, comma 50 is right here. And then we have 4 comma 62, so about here. And you can see I'm not actually going to connect these because, let me put that one back. It was 1 comma 26. I'm not going to connect them because this is a discrete function. Discrete means, like, I don't think that the rental company for the bicycles is going to let me rent the bike for half of a day. So I'm not going to connect the dots. It's discrete. It's not continuous. All right. Try it. The cost to rent a bike is $28 for the first day plus $2 for each day after that. Write an explicit formula for the rental cost for n days. What is the cost of renting the bike for 8 days? So this is also a linear function, but it's a little bit different. For this other bicycle company, A sub n is equal to $28, because that's the first day, plus $2 for each day after that. So what's changing is the days. It's $2 every day after. What is the cost of renting the bike for 8 days? So I would do A sub 8 is equal to 28 plus 2, and then I substitute in 8. A little bit of order of operations. 2 times 8 is 16. So that would be 28 plus 16, which would be 44. So that would be $44 to rent the bike for 8 days.